let me tell you something.
Sorry for screaming. I'll turn the music down. I actually had the music on, and good transition. Welcome back to Please Don't Livestream, and welcome back to the 1989 celebration. Yes, it continues. We're celebrating the greatest year of all time, and this week we're watching Ghostbusters 2. Yeah. It's not really going to be a discussion about Ghostbusters 2. It's more going to be a discussion about Ghostbusters, I think. But we're going to focus on Ghostbusters 2 since that was the movie that came out in 1989. But anyway, to my left, yes, to my left, I have Christopher, our co-host.
Hello, everyone.
And we have a special guest with us today. Special because he doesn't have a camera. And you've been on the show before, right? I think.
Yeah, a couple of times, I think.
Like way back. But anyway, it's Martin. Yeah.
Hello.
I was going to put you on the spot and say our resident Ghostbusters, not expert, but fan, I suppose. But
yeah,
maybe that's a little harsh.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
The fan part, not the expert.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's partly because you said you wanted to be on this episode, and also
because I'm one of few that actually likes Ghostbusters 2. It feels like the chosen few, if you will.
Yeah, and yeah, that's also the other reason. I am not really a Ghostbusters fan, like at all, but. We had, if we were going to do a 1989 like celebration of the biggest movies or the most successful or the most, I don't know, the classic movies from 1989, you kind of have to talk about Ghostbusters 2 because it was a big success. Maybe not as big as the first one, but it was still a big success. Everyone went and saw it. It was a new Ghostbusters movie. But yeah, like you said, Martin, not everyone liked it. It's not as well liked as the first one. But we'll get into that. Let's start like we usually do, and let's hear everybody's initial reaction to the movie. And for at least me and Christopher, we hadn't seen it for years and years. I tried to watch it a few times, but I always fell asleep. But I have watched it now. I watched it yesterday. So, Christopher, first, what was your initial reaction to rewatching it?
As you said, I haven't seen it in years. I've seen the first one. Quite a few times, I'd say. But the second one always, I always remembered it as a worse version of the first one. And I'd say now that I rewatched it, still stands kind of true. The story is kind of, I'd say, I don't know, not boring, but slow. It doesn't really seem like it's not progressing in a good way, I'd say. It kind of feels like it stands still a lot of time. It's watchable. I mean, if you like the first one, watch the second one if you haven't seen it. But it's not worth a rewatch, I'd say.
I'll just give my quick opinion because I agree. And I kind of feel that it's not too dissimilar from the first one. I mean. In terms of quality, at least in my opinion. But like I said, I don't like the first one, like, at all. I have trouble even, like, getting through it. I made an entire video about it, where I just spewed gall on the movie for like 15 minutes or something.
The most disliked video on YouTube.
Well, yeah, well, most disliked of my videos at least. Not really, but one of them. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of it, and the biggest reason is Bill Murray and his portrayal of Venkman. What is his first name?
Peter.
Peter Venkman, yes. But give us, what is your opinion as the Ghostbusters fan? What is your opinion, Martin, on the second one?
Well, it's not as good as the first one. That's I agree with that. But I think it's a fun movie, and I think they expand on some of the things from the first one in a good way, and I actually like the story about the painting and Vigo the Carpathian, and yeah, but it's not the perfect sequel, if we, you know.
No, not really.
No, but I like the I like some of the aspects and concepts of the second one, like they reuniting.
Yeah, that's like the best part of the movie. The first like half hour, when they're not Ghostbusters anymore, and then they have to, they have to team up again in the courtroom. That leading up to that is the best part of the movie, I think.
Yeah, the courtroom scene is my favorite scene.
Yeah.
With the Scolari brothers.
Yeah. And I would actually say, like, I agree with you, Christopher, that the story doesn't really, it doesn't hold up. It doesn't have like a narrative thrust. There's nothing that like propels it towards the ending, towards a final battle or a finale. It's just them busting ghosts, and then the slime plot and the Vigo plot doesn't seem to. They're supposed to be connected, but they don't feel connected until they actually say, like, oh, the slime is going towards the museum, like they say in the end. And I should also, I think we pointed this out every time, but spoilers, of course. It's a 30-year-old movie, so we're gonna spoil stuff. But that's a problem for me even in the first movie. I don't know. I didn't rewatch the first movie for this discussion, but I did a video about it earlier, so I have rewatched it a couple of times this year.
Didn't we watch it this summer?
I think yeah we did. I think we did, yeah. And that's when I had the idea for making the video. And like, yeah, this is gonna be more with the first one, but there's no, like, just like in the second one, there's no narrative thrust. The fact that this ghoster demigod is coming back has nothing to do with the surge of ghosts that is like appearing in New York, and it's the same thing with the slime plot in the second one. The slime is just there.
I disagree with you on that one. I mean, yeah, in the second one, the slime plot and the Vigo plot, yeah, they feel disconnected. But I don't think they are in the first one. I think that's really makes sense and it works. And the first one, I'm not a huge fan of the first one, but that at least that narrative has, as you say, a narrative thrust. I mean, that story actually goes somewhere. It has a build up. It feels like the second one, I feel it feels like it starts in the second act.
Oh yeah.
We're missing a second act because there's no real build up to the conflict. There's just things happen after each other, and then there's a finale. But it doesn't feel like a payoff to something. I do think in the first one, definitely there is a payoff, and it feels a lot better in that one.
Yeah, there is a payoff, but once again about the first one. The first one is more interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
The whole plot of it is that Ghoster needs like a certain amount of souls to like manifest. And that's what happens in the end. But the reason there are more ghosts appearing in New York there's no like reason for them appearing. It's like it's like a loop. Like Ghoster is there, so the ghosts have a reason to appear, but the ghosts have to appear for Ghoster to have a reason to exist. They don't.
I've always like pictured it being like Gozer is trying to enter our dimension,
Yeah.
and because of that, the like uh, the doors between our dimensions are slightly, like opened.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Weakened.
why yeah.
Yeah.
So something like I have no like idea if that was the thought, but that's what
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Yeah, and
but in
I
this
think
second one, the slime is not, it's not ghosts, it's not spirits. It's just slime from floating from somewhere to this
Yeah.
place, and it doesn't. Why? And it's
yeah.
not that he uses the slime in any way or conjure it up in any way. It's just there, and then he uses it to build a shell. But it doesn't feel like that was the plan.
No, yeah, why the slime exists, I don't really know, and I'm
I
gonna.
seem to remember them like explaining it a bit more in the Ghostbusters video game, but I really can't rember right now.
No, I didn't play much of that. Is that canon? Not that it matters, but I think it is.
I guess it is.
Yeah,
Until 2020 comes.
yeah, exactly. Until 2020 comes. But I was gonna say, like, so, like, really, like, adding a lot of your own ideas to the first one. Sure, you can find a connection between Gozer and all the ghost activity. But and there is some of it there in the movie. But I think in the second one, even though it's poorly explained and poorly thought out, there is a reason for the slime being there. There is not really a connection between Vigo and the slime. That's a bad part. But the whole thing about the slime is that it feeds on emotion. We know that it feeds on negative emotion or positive emotion. And they have this right in the beginning, the opening scene with the baby carriage. There is this small crane shot when Sigourney Weaver walks down the street, and you see every person that she passes or that walks past her is agitated or angry or is screaming or is just in a bad mood. And that's to portray New Yorkers, because they mention that a couple of times later in the movie, like New Yorkers are generally like unpleasant towards each other, or just in general.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, exactly. New Yorkers suck. And that is the reason for like the slime. Once again, this is not explained, but that's just what I got from it. The slime has been dormant, and because of reasons, now it awakens, and that's because New Yorkers are mad. I don't know why. Just why now in December of '89, which this takes place. New Yorkers have been angry for hundreds of years, but now the slime comes, and that's kind of like in the first one. Like the ghost should have been in New York for hundreds of years, but now they appear. It's kind of the same. It's the convenience of plot, but in both movies, but I think even more in the second one. And I know they explain it towards the end that Vigo, for some reason, wants to use the slime for something. Yeah, it's not explained, but they also there's a lot of exposition about like, oh, they brought up the painting from the cellar recently to restore it, and I guess that's why the slime is appearing now, because it's so poorly explained, but that's kind of the plot. But the reason for why the slime appears, but in the movie you never see them unveil the painting or like what's his name, Peter McNeisel's character, Janusz.
Janusz.
You don't see him being like possessed to bring the painting up from the cellar or anything like that. That would have been a good like introduction to the character and why the slime is reacting because or why the painting wants to come to life because the slime has started reacting. There's a chain reaction because of that. No, the painting's just there when we see Sigourney Weaver sitting in the restoration room.
I think that they had like a more elaborate like setup to the painting and Vigo, but
Yeah.
that got cut out for pacing reasons. I think I seem to.
Oh yeah, I know there are like cut scenes. There are parts of those deleted scenes in the movie when we see Ray Stantz becomes like hypnotized by the painting at one point. But he like snaps out of
when
it.
they're driving the car. Yeah.
Yeah,
they
and he's swerving around. He's supposed to be like possessed by the painting then, but they just used a second of it and didn't care about the subplot. Yeah. So yeah, there's supposed to be more of it there, but they cut it for pacing probably.
It's like the ghost blowjob scene from the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? That scene makes
What?
no sense. I hate it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's funny.
Is it though? What's funny about it? That's
that Aykroyd's face is the
okay. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, I guess. But like, can we discuss that? What is? Sure, I'm not gonna say it's like a boring movie. I do like laugh, I snicker from time to time watching both the first and the second one. But what is it about these movies? I guess more so the first one. But what is it about these movies that people find so entertaining? I don't get it.
The characters. I'm only speaking for me.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. Sure. We can only speak for
Disclaimer.
ourselves. Yeah, yeah.
The characters, the tech, and the ghosts.
Yeah.
That's the top 3 parts for me.
I do like what's his name? Harold Ramis' character, Spengler. I like Egon Spengler. He's funny. He's the best one in the second movie, definitely. And it feels like he has, in a way, like evolved most of the 3 characters from the first to the second movie. Not that like character development is a big part of these movies. They're basically like it feels like they almost exist solely for mostly Bill Murray to like deliver deadpan comedy, and I just can't stand that.
Well, at least Bill Murray is actually a better person in this one
Yes,
than in the first one.
Yes, he's yes, and that's also like that's why I think I kind of like the second one more, because the characters.
Oh my god, we agree on something?
Yeah, what you like this? You like the second one more than the first one? I thought every Ghostbusters fan liked the first one more.
No, I like them equally.
Okay. Yeah, because we have these characters where they start out in the second movie. We already know them from the first movie, so and we can see like how they have progressed to where they are in the beginning of the second movie. It feels like they feel more familiar, and it's easier to connect with the characters in the second one. And also, like that's why I like Egon in this one. He feels more human. Like he has had time to be around humans since he left the university and he left the other Ghostbusters, and he works on his own now. So he's been working with assistants and test subjects, and he's a little more human. Like he like has a reaction, like he like smiles when Sigourney Weaver hugs him in the beginning. It's like, hey. In the first one, he would just be like, okay. So there's a progression of character in the second one, and that's probably what I like the most about the movie.
Great impression, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And but that's about it, because then the movie is kind of, it's kind of like the first one. It's just a repeat. I mean, they have the ghost busting montage. You have the scene where they get incarcerated, but this time it's an insane asylum. You have them, like, from time to time they cut back to, we have to talk about the main plot now, and they do that for a while. Bill Murray is a creep, and it's just the same movie up until the end. And that's a second thing I like more about the second movie. I think the end battle or whatever is better in the second one.
Really?
The Stay Puft fight is boring. I mean, they're both kind of boring. They're both kind of boring.
I'm disagreeing big
Really?
times here.
Okay.
I think this final battle is kind of lame.
Yeah, but okay. Let me.
The first one is at least kind of funny and feels like an adventure.
But okay, here it is. Let me paint a picture for you. In the first movie, they stand on the top of the building. First, they shoot a ghoster, and she goes away, but then says, "Choose the form of your destructor." Stay Puft Marshmallow Man appears and is walking towards the building. They're just standing there. He comes up to the building. They stand there and shoot him. He explodes. The fight is over. They're just standing there. Now, the second one is the same thing. They're just, in the end, they're just standing there shooting slime at a painting. But leading up to that, they're hot wiring the Statue of Liberty, and they get like the citizens of New York has a purpose in the movie. It's stupid, but at least they're not just spectators like in the first one. Their actual participation in singing is helping them to defeat the angry slime, and the whole scene where the Statue of Liberty walks through New York is fun, and the music adds to that because it's a happy, fun pop song, and I find that whole sequence, like, sure, the actual ending is very boring because they're just shooting slime at a painting, but leading up to that, I think is more exciting than the first movie. Like, instead of just watching the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man walk towards them, they are, like, controlling the Statue of Liberty walking through the streets of Manhattan. I think that's more entertaining. But that's just me.
Yeah, that's just you.
Alright.
Yeah. Another thing that I was feeling, it doesn't feel like anyone that you guys did, but I felt like they regressed the story quite a bit in this one. That the thing that after the first one, when they were like heroes of New York, sort of,
Yeah.
and then at the beginning of this one, it's we don't get any explanation. It's just they're not together anymore, and they're doing different things, just like they did in the first one, and nothing exists. They have to meet up again and team up again. You guys seem to like it. I think that was kind of like, we've seen this. Why should I see this again? It's the same thing as in the first one.
Yeah,
like Venkman is over there. He's trying to hustle people, and this guy's doing.
I love that opening with Venkman in the second one.
Yeah, it's a good opening if it would have been in the first one, but in the second one, we've seen this. We've gone through this.
Yeah, well, that's part of the lazy writing. I agree. Like, it's lazy because it's just repeating the first movie. Like, they have to come together as a team. It's like the Marvel movies. It's all about teamwork. Every movie. Not going to talk about Marvel. Sorry. That's what I said earlier. They're just repeating the first movie. It's very, very lazy.
The way it's the typical sequel.
Yeah, it's like that's from 1990, but still, Home Alone 2. It's the same movie, just in a different house, basically.
Yeah, but at least give me a reason at the beginning that explains why they split up and what happened. Yeah, they give us a throwaway line in the middle of the movie.
Once again, lazy writing. Let's explain it in exposition and be done with it. I know. Yeah, it's terrible.
Give me something more, because I was kind of. Actually, since it was such a long while since seen any of them. I started the movie. I'm like, is this really the second one or is this the first one? I mean, yeah, I don't know. You guys you like that. I don't like the beginning. I think the movie it has a few good scenes sprinkled throughout,
Yeah.
but I can't say one part or one act of the movie is better or worse than anything else in this movie. Just I like this part. Like I like the courtroom scene. Obviously, I like this scene. I like this scene, and then
Yeah. Yeah. And that's kind of how I feel about the first one. So that's why but I do appreciate, like I said, the end of the movie more than the first, and that's the only reason why I like the second one more. The first one is definitely better written, but I can't appreciate it because I don't like I don't enjoy it. I can objectively see that yes, the first one it's a well written movie, but it's it's ruined by things, and the second one is the same, but it's less ruined by different things. That's why I like that more. And I like the fact that they are, which is yeah, it's the same thing as in the first one, but I think it's done better in the second one. That they're kind of down on their luck. They start at the bottom, and then they work their way up back to the top. And that's the half hour mark, the courtroom scene. And that's always because it's not like a revival sequel, but it almost is, because it's 5 years after the first one. This feels like a cheapo sequel that they should have made like a year or 2 years later, but they waited 5 years because I guess they were like in development hell or something. I know the third one technically still is, I suppose, because they're not doing a third one. They're doing the 2020 movie, whatever that is.
It's gonna be the third one.
It's gonna be the third one, but it's not the third one they actually wrote.
No,
there is a script.
Goes to hell.
Yeah, exactly. There is a script for that.
Well, they made that in the video game.
Oh, okay.
Part of the Ghostbusters Go to Hell movie is in Ghostbusters the video game.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you should. Have you played it?
I played the first level, the
Right.
Sedgwick Hotel level, or I think it is, right? Or is that whatever. Yeah, and it's like an hour long. An hour, and it feels like nothing really happens. You just all walking around, not doing anything. And then there's the exciting part when the marshmallow guy appears in the end. But I think, for me, it was too slowly paced, and that's coming from a guy that likes slow paced games. So I don't know. But where was I? Yes. No. Wait. Oh no, I lost it. I was talking about. Damn it! Something about them being down on their luck.
Yeah. Revival.
Oh yes, exactly. This is almost like a revival sequel, because it came 5 years after the first one. It's like, oh, where are they now? They kind of start off like that because it's been 5 years since the first one, and a lot can happen in 5 years. So, like, if this would have started with them still being Ghostbusters, I think it would have been even worse. If it was just, oh, we've been busting ghosts for 5 years, and oh, now there's a big one happening again. It's just been regular ghosts for a while, and now there's a bigger thing happening. I don't know. I don't think that would have worked. Like there had to be some kind of setback. Like this is almost like a, not really. I'm just thought of this right now. Like it's like the second dark chapter in a trilogy. It's not really darker, but it starts out like them, like they were.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, sort of. It's the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, they were sued by the city and every person who had like personal damage in the destruction of New York in the first movie. They were arrested. No, they were like they were fined by the city. Yeah, because they destroyed the apartment building, and the Marshmallow Man stepped on a church, and like they were for some reason responsible for that. So I like that aspect of it, that it isn't like a triumphant return for the Ghostbusters. It's
Yeah,
kind of like
it's in line with the realism in the movie.
Yeah. The only weird thing about that is that people don't like it. They almost act like as if ghosts doesn't exist in the sequel. Like they're people are surprised when they see ghosts again, which
Yeah.
is weird because there was like an invasion of ghosts in the end of the first one. People should remember that. It was just 5 years ago.
Yeah, but maybe it's like, yeah, but they stopped it, so there shouldn't be any more ghosts, and that's why. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, but that's also weird. Unless ghosts are like a special thing that only like that are controlled, I guess, by Vigo or other like strong magicians or demigods like ghosts are in the first one. There should have, unless that is the case, there should have been plenty of ghosts in this 5 year interim between the movies. Like, who was busting ghosts between the movies? Were there no ghosts in New York all of a sudden? I don't get it. And that's the thing in the first one. Where were all the ghosts before the Ghostbusters?
Well, I would say, in defense of both the movies,
Sure.
in the first movie, probably there were ghosts, just as, and it was seen as it is in our world. People, thousands of people are claiming that they see ghosts every year
Yeah.
in our world, in reality, and we think they're nuts. It was probably like that in before the Ghostbusters, and then they actually listen to those people and actually capture ghosts. And probably after New York, for some reason, they went back to how it was before. That ghost doesn't exist. No, it's just weirdos.
I think that is kind of how they want to explain it in the movie, but
Yeah.
I don't buy it. I'm not buying
Okay.
it.
Sure.
Well, that's your problem.
That's just my opinion, man.
I mean, that's what you don't buy in this movie. That's
No, yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Toby watches Ghost Adventures.
Yeah. that's real Ghostbusters.
Unironically, I might add.
Well, mostly unironic. They're mostly unironically.
Don't double back now.
I'm like no, but if I can fanboy a little, I'm like Mike Stoklasa in that aspect. Like he likes Ghost Adventures and other ghost shows. I only watch Ghost Adventures, and he wants to believe it, but you can't really believe Zach Baggins. And I'm the same way. I like ghosts. I wish I would have. I've never seen a ghost. I want to see a ghost. And they see ghosts on Ghost Adventures, but I don't really buy into it. I want to, but I don't really. No.
You want to believe.
Yes. I'm like Mulder. I want to believe. Yes. But back to Ghostbusters. Back to real fake ghosts. Or fake real ghosts. I don't know. Where were we before we started ragging on Zach Baggins?
the plot holes in
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
the plot holes. The plot holes. Like, there's so many plot holes. Go. Something happened to my picture. Anyway, oh yeah, I froze. But I'm back. Yeah, that like we said with the slime plot and the Vigo plot, and with the ghost, like there doesn't seem to be a cohesion in the script. There is this vague plot about slime and about Vigo, the Carpathian magician guy, but the movie really only exists for the three main characters to tell jokes, even though Dan Aykroyd kind of wants it to be like a serious like ghost movie or paranormal movie, but with a fun twist. And I think Harold Ramis just went along with it because he's a better writer than Dan Aykroyd, so I'll help you write it so it makes sense. And Bill Murray just wanted to, tell jokes. He doesn't really want to be there. Even more so in the second one than in the first one.
Yeah.
It's evident that he does not want to be there. He like
Yeah, Venkman is the worst part of Ghostbusters 2. It's saddening to say, but yeah,
yeah,
because
he's
you can really see how much he hates being there.
yeah.
Mm.
And it just drags the movie down.
Yeah.
And it feels like Bill Murray should be more professional than that. I guess. Maybe
Well,
not, but people seem to like
with
that
his
about him,
track,
though.
with his like history, he's a super. He's kind of a douche.
Yeah,
Mm.
like, but from what I understand, not in real life. Only when it comes to
Oh.
movies, which is weird.
I've heard that he's a super asshole
Oh,
in real life.
but there are those
Did you
pictures.
hear about the Lucy Liu thing?
No. Oh, on Charlie's
On
Angels.
yeah, on Charlie's Angels.
No. What happened?
He told Lucy Liu that she can't act to her face.
Oh no.
That's why he didn't come back for the sequel.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's not nice.
And he did it just like out of spite. Just because he didn't, like her. That's what I've heard.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but
That's kind of an asshole thing.
that
to
is an
do.
asshole thing to do.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, even if, he's well, he's not right.
Yeah.
She's a pretty good actress. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
not in
she's a
that
good
movie, but she's a
actor.
good actress in other movies.
Yeah, I was wondering where you were going with that.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna say, like, maybe she's
Yeah,
not
I
the
was
best,
gonna-
and then I started thinking, like, wait, what movies have I seen her in? No, she's
I was
fine.
getting ready to do like a Me Too apologist joke.
Yeah. No, she's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he is just unpleasant. When he
That's the vibe I get from him.
yeah.
Like all the time. That he's not like a cool dude.
Yeah. But and that's the vibe I get from him in movies. Not all movies. Like I like him in the more dramatic parts. Like
He's
Broken
he's
Flowers or I don't know, Rushmore maybe, which is
He's
slightly
Lost in
more-
brilliant.
Translation.
Lost in Translation, yeah.
Groundhog Day.
I can't stand him in Groundhog Day. That's the same thing. Whenever he tries to be funny, people like they even like make a big thing out of it in Zombieland when they meet him. Like, oh, he's the funniest guy alive, and he has the direct line to my funny bone. He's been, I know, a while back there was this list of the most quotable comedies of all time. Ghostbusters was on number one, and it was all because of the Venkman character. I don't get it. I don't think Bill Murray is
he
funny.
has some really great quotes in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they're great if you like him like as an asshole, but to me it's just offensive. He's just an offensive character.
I like him as an asshole in this movie, but not in real life.
I agree. I really like asshole Bill Murray in movies.
Oh, I can't
Most
stand-
movies. I think he it's funny.
He nails it.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Or like in Kingpin.
I don't like Kingpin.
Been a
either.
while since I saw that one.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
a
I
while,
haven't
but when
seen
I
that,
remember, I
but-
don't.
but- Well, I love that movie.
It's a fine
But
movie.
it's
But once
so-
again, Bill
it's so
Murray
funny.
is just an asshole. It's like
Yeah, but he's funny as an asshole.
Yeah, he's a funny
as a
asshole.
sleazy asshole.
maybe it's not just my kind of humor or comedy, because I like other assholes, like Ricky Gervais, mostly in The Office, but in everything he does, he's a fucking
Mike
asshole.
Stoklasa.
Mike Stoklasa, I love assholes, but I can't stand Bill Murray for some reason. I don't understand why people like him so much.
You
And
have to tweet that, you know.
What? I love
I
assholes.
love assholes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and that is, if we're really gonna boil it down, that is my biggest gripe with both of these movies. I don't like Bill Murray and his performance in the movies. Like, especially the first one, his performance for me drags the movie down so much. Like, he doesn't feel like he's part of the rest of the movie. The other ones are trying to do like not a serious movie, but it's more like the comedy is part of the plot. They're not like telling jokes. Aykroyd and Ramis. But Bill Murray's only contribution to the movie is telling funny jokes, haha. And I don't like it. And that's yeah, like I said, it's the worst part about the first one.
Opinion,
yeah, I know, and it's the worst part of the second one.
I want to know what you liked about it.
What I like about the second one,
Yeah.
well, but yeah, I like the like I said, the first part of the first half hour of the movie. It's mostly Spengler. I want to say the interaction between the characters, but Bill Murray's always there. It's never just Aykroyd and Ramis like interacting. It's a little bit, yeah. And I like those parts, and I like the enthusiasm of Dan Aykroyd's character, even though he's a weirdo both in the movie and in real life.
The enthusiasm of Dan Aykroyd, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that part, and I like the weirdo aloofness of Harold Ramis. I like Sigourney Weaver. She's good in both movies. I think she's slightly better in the first one. I think. I think like most actors, they all cared more in the first one, except for maybe Aykroyd. he's always 110%.
Yeah.
I think he's the only one that's like fully into the Ghostbusters. Yeah. So I like that. I don't like, and we're going back to that, but I don't like the new version of oh no, what's her name? The secretary, Annie Potts. What's her name in the?
Yeah.
No, but that's the actress's name. What's her name in the movie?
Janine.
Oh right, Janine. Right. That's weird. Like, what happened to that character? I know they like remodeled her basically to look more like the character in the animated show, but that doesn't like. The animated show isn't canon, right?
That character is a lot better in the first one.
Yeah, she's great in the first one. Like, that's a good line. When she said, "I quit better jobs than this," and then the phone rings. Ghostbusters, what do you want? That's funny. That's funny.
Picking up or dropping off.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. When Harold Ramis comes up from under her desk in the beginning of the movie, and she says like, "You're very handy" or something. I don't remember. I like that. The chemistry between them two is kind of fun, and that's completely gone in the second one. She's into Louis Tully for some reason, which I don't understand at all.
Because she's a bit too weird to be with Egon. Maybe I don't know.
But she wasn't weird in the first one. That's just because they changed the character, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of like things, changes from the first to the second movie that they made because of the success of the
real Ghostbusters.
Yes, exactly, the real Ghostbusters. Like, the only reason Slimer is in the second movie is, well, not the reason why he's in the movie, but why he for some reason just appears in the Ghostbusters firehouse thing, their office, is because he was like part of the crew in the show. I haven't watched a lot of it. I've seen something when I was a kid.
I recently saw the whole thing.
Okay.
And yeah,
he lives
he's kind
there.
of like a mascot. Yeah, he lives there, and Venkman hates him, but kind of not, you know.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you." It's that character. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. This I read something about this, and I also, once again, I heard this on the Red Letter Media commentary track for the second one. Sorry,
Of course.
sorry, it's a good commentary track. Anyway,
Sorry, not sorry.
yeah, because the cartoon, the real Ghostbusters, was so popular among children. Reitman, Aykroyd, and Ramis made a conscious effort to tone down the adult innuendo and behavior from Ghostbusters as the first one. All the Ghostbusters give up smoking, and the ghosts took on appearances closer to those in the animated series rather than having more frightening effects of the first film. Brian Dolan Murray smokes a cigarette in the asylum interview scene. I don't know why they mentioned that. But anyway, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that annoyed me in the first one. Everyone smokes for some reason, like in inappropriate situations. So I didn't really mind them removing that from the second movie, but
No.
it's like, yeah,
Because people smoked everywhere.
Yeah, I know, but cigarettes just appear in the first movie from out of nowhere. People just have cigarettes in their mouths all of a sudden. But anyway,
Yeah.
so you definitely notice that being gone from the second movie.
But it doesn't feel. I don't. Well, I didn't get the feel that they toned down the ghosts.
No, not really. Like,
'Cause, I mean, there was some. Yeah, maybe the courtroom's ghosts.
yeah, they're
maybe
very
they were.
cartoony.
Yeah, they were cartoony, but
Yeah,
still, they say, yeah, we sent them to the chair, we killed them. I mean, it's,
yeah,
Yeah.
so, and then when they're down in the tunnels.
yeah,
Yeah, the
That-
Winston scene. That's one of the best scenes in the movie.
yeah, with all the
Yeah.
severed heads. Yeah, that's not really
Winston.
that's not really toned down. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
remember being frightened by that when
Yeah.
I was a kid, like traumatized.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking about that. You reminded me. I think why I might like the second one a little more also is because I think I saw the second one first when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because I have
Uh,
I have vivid memories like being scared out of my mind by the living bathtub, and later the Peter McNeasel flying witch nanny.
yeah.
And like
Yeah, that's-
the slime in general just it's creeped me out as a kid.
Yeah.
And I don't actually think I watched the first Ghostbusters until I was not a teen, but like until I was like 12, maybe 11 or 12.
Wow.
So that's maybe why I
Well,
like the second one a little more.
Yeah, that's why I have a soft spot for the second one as well, because it's the first I saw.
Yeah, yeah,
I rented it at our local video store,
yeah. Um,
like
But-
every weekend for a couple of years.
but then like objectively, which you Martin then, because we had the same situation there. Objectively, which one do you like the most? Not counting nostalgia.
The first one,
Okay, yeah.
because it's the first, and the jokes are a bit like there's more thought in the first one.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I would probably agree, but I still think I enjoy the second one.
Is like
more.
it's a cheap cash grab, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a cash grab.
Well.
Look
Well.
at Star Wars, man.
Yeah, one cash grab is fine. You stop after that, you know.
Yeah.
Don't get greedy. Moving on. I don't know how much you want to talk about the other Ghostbusters movies. The 2016 one. Maybe talk about the new one, 2021. Do we have any thoughts on those?
Not really. Controversial opinion. I think the new Ghostbusters is the same quality as the first Ghostbusters.
Wow.
That's a really hot
Wow.
take. Yeah, I know.
I mean-
We talked about that briefly after the last show.
Yeah.
I was kind of scared going into this that I was going to be fighting with Tobias for the whole stream, but
now,
it's
Well,
the enemy you don't expect.
yeah. Well, you and I have watched the 2016 one together. I think you watched it for the first time when I was there, right?
Yeah, you forced me to watch it.
Yeah, because I think I think my argument was if you were gonna like hate on something, at least you have to know what you're hating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
because you're the real. How do you say it?
authority.
Yeah, on that, Mr. Devil's Rejects.
Well, I've seen Devil's Rejects. I don't like it.
Yeah, now.
I saw it a while ago. I just didn't finish it a while ago. I finished it now.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Anyway, and I gotta say, I kind of agree with Christopher. Like,
What?
kind of.
Wow.
When I saw it the first time, I saw it in theaters because I wanted to hop on the hate train. But when I saw it with my sister, I think, when we got out of the cinema, I was like, yeah, that was a bad movie, but it's not much worse than the other ones, because neither of us likes the Ghostbusters movies. I don't think she likes them. Maybe she likes them a little more than me. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, but since I'm not a fan of the Ghostbusters movies, this was just another bad Ghostbusters movies. I don't care. I didn't really care about it. Like, looking at it objectively, it has a lot of problems. A lot of problems with, just like the other Ghostbusters movies, with plotting and pacing and stupid jokes being in the way all the time of the story. But it's just another Ghostbusters movie. I don't know, 5 out of 10. That's my opinion on the 2016 one.
I don't have the burning hate.
I don't have the
I
burning
don't have
hate.
any burning hate.
No.
It's just
No,
a
no, no,
bad movie.
No, I mean, no, I don't have burning hate for the original Ghostbusters movie.
Okay.
I
don't hate.
Some other people here have.
I don't hate
Well,
it.
you made a video, 15-minute long video, just pouring hate at it.
I mean, well, it's a little clickbait. You don't actually pour hate on it. I hate it a little bit, but
Yeah, but
Anyway,
I'm saying, I think they're both. Both have their strengths and their weaknesses, and I don't think one is better than the other. I have no issues rewatching the first one or the 2016 one. I could do it. Yeah, sure. It's an okay movie. It's enjoyable. I laugh sometimes. I don't sometimes. Meh. The second one, the one we're talking about now, the 89 one, that one I won't rewatch because I didn't really laugh. I didn't really found any enjoyment of it. But the first one and 2016 one, yeah, sure, fine, whatever.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same, but I would say that the 2016 one is the worst one. Because that one isn't just ripping off the first one; it's ripping off both of the movies. It's even more of a cash grab than the second one. But yeah, I get the hate for it because fanboys, but so I understand them. I just don't agree with them.
I mean, the only reason I'd say to hate it as much as it is hated is because it's another fucking remake of a movie that we didn't need a remake of.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's fair. That's criticism.
That is fair criticism, yeah.
Because I mean, they just used the brand. It didn't really need to be a Ghostbusters movie. Just it doesn't really have anything with the others to do with. So that's fair. But if you see it just as is without any pretenses or thinking about everything around it, fine.
Then it's a middling comedy.
Yeah.
With some boring ass jokes in it.
And some good
I
jokes.
had a cam now because I'm sitting here
Shaking of anger.
shaking my head at you.
Well, okay. What do you think of the third one? What do you think of the third Ghostbusters movie? The official third one. No judgment.
Well,
What do you think of the third one?
Well, it's not the third one.
no, it actually isn't. It's not a continuation. It's a remake.
It's not even in the same universe.
No, it is a remake.
You could say.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's a bad movie.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of the franchise, so I feel like it
It hits
it
harder for
kind of
you.
disrespects the franchise,
Sure.
in my
In some
opinion.
aspects, yeah.
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 It disrespects movies in general by being a
I don't think I
fucking cash
laughed
grab.
once.
No. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I
um,
laughed at Thor. What's his name?
oh, Chris Helmsworth.
Not Hemsworth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the stupid jokes he did. Because he had like comedic timing, which none of the other had in that movie, which is
weird.
that's one of the saddest part, because Kristen Wiig is one of the funniest like persons. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's so funny, but not in this movie, not at all.
No. I think that's Paul Feig's problem though.
Yeah, Paul Feig.
He's not a good director. I think. I haven't seen one
Yeah.
movie he made that is good. I've seen TV shows he's directed episodes of that are fun because they're only like 20, 30 minutes long, but 2 hours? No. I don't like him as a
He's a
director.
hack.
He's a fraud.
He's a hack fraud.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I don't like it.
No.
But everyone's entitled to their opinion, even when they're wrong. So
Yeah. And I gotta say that just since they are all comedies, just counting laughs, I think I laughed the most in the first one, because I said I rewatched part of it last night before I fell asleep because I started watching pretty late, and I do chuckle a lot when I watch the first one. Like there are a lot of fun jokes in it, like the back off man. I'm a scientist. That's kind of funny. I was like, ha, okay. Yeah, like, or when he says, okay, it's a ghost. That's pretty funny. Because that's the one scene where he kind of acts, because he's a little scared, because he's like, there's no ghost. Oh. And he tries to act cool, but he can't, because it's a ghost.
the whole because people will never stack books like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do laugh the most at the first one, or with the first one, I suppose. The second one, there are maybe 2 or 3 things I can't really remember now. I like most scenes where Peter McNeil is in are funny, because he's a funny character, the Janusz character. But that's about it. Yeah, and
A child.
a child, yes. Everything you're doing is wrong. I want you to know this. That's funny.
Yeah.
But the third one.
Stop calling it the third one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the 2016 cash grab remake.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
The one we call the desolate one.
I've watched it twice. So yeah, once in theater, once with you, and I can't remember if there is a joke in it I like. I don't think there is. No. I didn't. No, it's not really funny. So yeah, on a scale from. On a laugh scale, yeah, they kind of scale the same. The first one is the funniest. The second one is, I guess, a little funny. And the third one is not really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
2020.
Yes, I was saying, we want to leave 2016 now. There's not much to say about it. 2020. I know you're excited for it, Martin. Are you excited for it, Christopher?
No.
Thank you. Not me neither.
I mean,
it's stupid.
Do we need another one?
No.
I mean,
it's like, but it's kind of like that. When you're a bit drunk and you know you shouldn't have one more beer, but you take one more. It's you don't really need some things you don't really need. You just want them anyway. That's how I figure.
I mean, I just see it as I have as much problem with this one as I have with the 2016 one. Just the concept that it exists.
Yeah.
It's a fucking cash grab of a nostalgic generation.
Yeah, I agree.
it's
But I kind of feel like because it's Jason Reitman directing it, and he's stated in interviews, supposedly, that he has wanted to make it for like a while, but haven't like had a good script or whatever. So that kind of like, for me at least, negates the cash grab.
yeah, and the guy who did whatever his name is did the Last Jedi. He wanted to make. He wrote that script 10 years earlier. So I mean, it's the come on.
Yeah, he should
Just
have.
just just because you're a fan and you want to do something doesn't mean you should do it.
No, I agree with that one. Like
Yeah.
people like, oh yeah, this one is going to be really good. But sure, there are fans. There are fans of the second one, but in general, people didn't like the second one, and a lot of people didn't like the remake, the third one, the remake. So why do they think this one is going to be good? I don't really understand that. What is it about this one? Like, I understand you, Martin, since you like the second one. You like the franchise in general, not the remake, but the franchise in general. Sure. But like people that don't like the second one, why do they think this one is going to be better? It's going to be
The thing is,
even
I'm
more
not, like,
forced because they're coming back.
I'm not like blindly, like it's going to be the best thing ever.
No, but I know a
Because
lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, it's more likely that it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I'm
But
aware
don't
of
people
that.
understand
And
that? The chance of this one actually being good are very
I
slim.
can't answer for all the other fans.
I know.
Especially not the toxic ones.
No, sure.
But I hope it's good. As the thing is, before the first trailer for 2016, I was kind of like, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, I hope it's good. Then that first trailer came out.
Yeah, it's not a good trailer.
And my heart sank.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But before I've seen anything more than that cool teaser, I'm just gonna like hope and a prayer.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't.
And there's good actors in it. So, but
Yeah,
there were some good actors in 2016 as well. So
yeah, exactly. A lot of good actresses, but they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like the casting in this feels right, like especially Paul Rudd.
But what? Yeah, I know he's in it because I saw his Instagram.
Yeah,
thing
and
a few months ago.
just Paul Rudd, the actor in Ghostbusters, it just clicks for me.
But he's kind of the same comedy school as Kristen Wiig and what's her name, Kate McKinnon. He's not from SNL, but he's from the same the same era of comedy. Yeah. So I get the feeling he's just gonna be the. Yeah, it's a different director though, but it's gonna be kind of the same thing as their jokes, kind of. I don't know.
Well, that was crappy writing.
He's gonna be too jokey. It's gonna be too funny.
I don't think so, because this one is written by Dan Aykroyd. And Gil Kenan.
Yeah. Whoever that is, Gil Kenan. What has he done?
Oh no, yeah.
Oh no. He wrote the Poltergeist remake.
And directed the Monster House.
I haven't seen that movie. One. I've heard it's not that good. That's about it. He wrote City of Embers.
That one's kind of good though.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but
yeah.
Anyway,
I kind of like that one.
Yeah. I don't care about the 2021. I was never a fan of Ghostbusters.
Are you gonna go see it in the theater?
No.
Not even if someone buys you a ticket. Hint, hint.
Sure. Yeah, because I'll go. Yeah, because I'm not like actively trying to avoid it like I'm doing with Disney. Sure, if someone wants to buy me a ticket, I'll go watch it. Fine, I don't care. But I'm kind of done, even though that's kind of counterproductive to what I do on YouTube. I'm kind of done watching movies I don't want to watch anymore. So no, I have no intention of watching
Tobbe,
it.
that's all your like views.
Yeah, yeah. But I'll just have to deal with that. Um,
Yeah.
but
And
yeah, yeah. Hint, hint,
I'm
wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If someone buys me a ticket, sure, I'll go watch it.
yeah.
I'm not opposed to it, but I'm
Uh,
not gonna seek it out
I
myself.
wouldn't say I'm hyped for it, but I'm interested in seeing
I I want to
what it
remember
will be.
when the teaser first came out, you were kind of psyched for it. You were like,
Yeah,
to
because that
watch
teaser
it,
is
to
kind of
watch it. You know
yeah,
what?
because that teaser is awesome.
You know what that teaser is? It's things I remember.
Yeah. Well, I'm not as cynical and jaded as you are. I
Yeah.
can get excited for things,
All right,
unlike you.
give them your money, boy. Give Hollywood your money.
Yeah,
Anyway,
because I go to the movies so much.
no, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, um, there's not really much more to say about the 2021 because we haven't seen it and it's not coming on until next year. Yeah, if we go and see it, any of us, maybe we'll talk about it to kind of catch up. I don't know, maybe, but I don't have any plans on it.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Um,
So, how many movies of 1989 have you done now?
Oof,
where's the list? Where do I have the list? We've done like 8. No.
And how many are you planning on doing?
Um.
If I may
a
ask.
lot.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 10th one.
Yes.
Right.
And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go.
Yeah, it's all the way. It's all the way up until Christmas, basically. Like the last
Yeah.
Monday before Christmas, which is the 21st or something like that.
I love that we have one downvote, by the way.
We have. There's.
Yeah, on the video.
There's always one downvote on almost every video I make. I'm pretty sure that's like it's a.
It's a bot.
Yeah, no, it's someone in our
have a
circle of
nemesis?
friends. No, well, I have my suspicions, but anyway.
Or it's done that.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's just doing it to be an asshole. But I'm not sure, so I don't want to point any fingers. But
I'm
yeah.
gonna point finger. Fuck you, Donna.
Okay. But to wrap this up, then, do we have anything more to say about Ghostbusters 2 or any of the other ones?
No,
No.
I think I'm talked out.
Yeah. Me too.
Busty makes me feel good. I don't know.
Bustin makes me feel a little bit angry, but mostly just indifferent, I guess. Yeah.
Bustin makes me feel good. Yeah, there's some.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bustin
Yeah.
makes me feel good. But anyway,
Yeah.
enough for that. That's Ghostbusters 2. We had some viewers I saw before. Are they back? No, they left. But anyway, thank you for watching. Anyone who watched live, I saw a couple of you. And thank you to everyone watching in the archives. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you like Ghostbusters more than I do, and we do. But yeah, if you hate Ghostbusters as much as I do, hit the subscribe button and the little bell thing. And yeah, you'll be updated whenever we do another episode. And yeah, we should mention that the next episode is going to be another live commentary track. We're doing Indiana Jones 3. The Last Crusade. For next Monday.
Yeah.
I might hop onto that one.
Yeah, you're always invited. You're always invited.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's what we're doing for next week. And then a bunch of other things. But we'll talk about that when that comes up. So yeah, thank you, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.